last week?
Right now, I can assure that Rodrigo is going to be out, and Kenny Tet is going to be out too. More than just this game, I really believe even after the international break, it's going to be difficult for them to be ready for the next ones. Big miss for us, a big blow for us in terms of two important players, but it's what it is. About Raul, we have to wait. We are going to have a session, and after we have to take a decision to assess him today again and to see how he's going to be, if he's going to be in contention or not to the game. Just later we are going to decide.
And Muniz, is that hamstring?
Yes.
Was that against Cambridge?
Was the moment against Cambridge, yes.
And Tete, his knee, is it?
Yes, his knee.
Is it the same knee as last season?
Completely different. It's the same knee than last season, but completely different. The type of injury, but it's the same knee, yeah.
Was he going to need surgery?
No. The first feedback that we got it, and until now, nothing have changed really. We are going to keep progressing him in the way, the same type of recovery, and as it necessary to go for the surgery.
And if Jimenez isn't fit, how big a problem is that for you? Because you obviously didn't play a striker on the bench against Aston Villa.
Okay, so what it is our reality, and we are going to try to find solutions. It's not, of course, the ideal scenario. The ideal scenario is to have the two strikers that normal we use. I know that we signed a young lad, Jonah, but as I mentioned the last few weeks to you, in his time to adapt, he's very, very, very young, and he's going to need more time, in my opinion. And we prepare the season with Rodrigo and Raul. Of course, it's the first time the last few years that we are without both. Like last game, let's see for tomorrow. And yes, it's not the ideal scenario as I mentioned to you. The good one is to have both, because normal with both available, we normally have an impact from the start, the other from the bench. We have been mixing very well them, and the way they have been managed their time and their numbers, that I think speaks about themselves as well. When you lost Rodrigo was a big blow, and unfortunately for us, after the game after beginning of the game, first 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, we lost Raul in a moment that we started very well the game. We were winning the game, and it was a big blow for us, but it is what it is. Let's see what is going to happen to Raul, but if they are not, we have to go in a different direction probably.
And that direction isn't Kusiasari?
We have to wait. We have to wait for tomorrow and see what is going to be the decision.
Why do you feel he's not quite ready, as you say? What does he need?
Okay, so I think he's normal. We talk about a boy that just turned 18 years old recently, and Premier League is Premier League. You know what we expect from a Premier League, how is so demanding and all that stuff. And of course, we take decisions regarding what we see in the sessions and if the players they are ready or not.
So you'd rather play without a striker, move someone else there?
Again, we have to wait for tomorrow and see.
Okay, thank you.
Any further questions? Roger, thank you.
Hi. I know we ask about it pretty much every week, but there are more VAR incidents in the last game. Rather than just bang on about VAR, but within the squad, is there a feeling that decisions are just going against you? Can that sort of get into the minds of the players as well, that just things aren't going their way?
We have to try to take that from their mind. Believe me, it's what I'm trying to do every single time. Even my speech with them, for example, after the Villa game, before I went to the broadcast interviews and all stuff, I just got a straight feedback. I gave a straight feedback for them. I didn't mention once the referee and the incidents. It's something that we cannot control. We analyze ourselves in that short speech with them and just about us and the game. But of course, they are not naive and they are not stupid, and they know what's being our season so far in terms of decisions. As you mentioned, they have been against us most of the games, to don't say almost all the games. It's not something natural, not something normal. We have been really, really unfortunate and lucky with that situations. What we believe always, and is my belief, if not, I will not be here, that in the end of the season, everything is going to be balanced.
Josh King, we talked about him last week as well. It's twice, I think, he's been booked for simulation. I know you felt it was particularly harsh. But is there a danger that he could get a reputation, even if it's not an earned reputation? And does he have to think about?
No, he doesn't have to think about at all. He doesn't have to think about at all. He has to keep doing the good things and the right things that he's doing. And it was not harsh, sorry to say. It was a mistake. When the things are harsh, okay, I said that they were harsh. Against Brentford, was not a penalty. Decision from the referee, in our opinion, was harsh. The referee took a decision. This decision was wrong, completely wrong. And why someone is going to take a reputation? Because he's just 18 years old, he doesn't have a history in terms of these moments. I never saw him trying to cheat the game or something like that. He's a boy that loves football, he's enjoying and loves this moment of his life. For the family, he's enjoying as well with him. He knows how the pressure in his right now on him because he's playing at high level in Premier League. I don't want him to feel pressure for things that they are not a reality. If some people are creating a different reality, it's not Josh for sure, it's not ourselves. He has to keep doing the right things, and what we just want is when he's foul on him, should be foul and not yellow cards, that they are not yellow cards.
Turn to Bournemouth. Good seeing so far. Only one defeat, and that was against Liverpool. What is it about them that's making them so difficult for other teams to beat?
Very physical, 100% sure. And when I say physical side, I'm not talking about the size of the team. Physical, the way they approach, physical, the way they challenge every single moment of the game, and they can mix well. Direct game, strong in direct game, and the way they prepare the challenge and the second balls, they are really a threat on it. And from that moment, they are capable to build their attacking moments with the speed and the pace they have up front. I think is one of their characteristics, definitely. And of course, it's a team that plays always face-to-face with any team, and is going to be them. There are always challenge games between us and them.
Tight game last season, 1-0. Semenyo got the goal. He's got 4 goals already this season. How much of a danger is he? And is it a matter of if you stop him, because he's so key in terms of getting goals, can you go a long way towards stopping Bournemouth?
No, it's not just him. We cannot look for him. I think they have the front line, and you can look at the solutions they have. It's not just about him. Of course, he's in a good moment. Last season was very good for him as well. He's again a good example when I mentioned the physicality of the side, the pace of the side. He's a player that coming from the side, sometimes closer. The striker is an important player for them as well. But I think they have much more than just Semenyo. They have good players all around the pitch and on the bench, and of course we have to be aware of them as a team and not just one player.
And coming into the international break, obviously you go out to win every game, but is it good to go into a break off the back of a win? Does it take on that a little bit of extra importance there, particularly coming up with a defeat?
No, it's very important. It's very important as always, like was important last week. And I think the way you started the game and the way we did so many good things, probably half of the first half the result should be 2 or 3-0 for us, because we had 2 big moments, probably 2 penalties after the 1-0 for us, and you see how sometimes decisions that we cannot control, they can made an impact in the game. The way you started the game very well, knowing the moment of Villa, okay, score on goal, even without Raul, we're capable to react. Of course, we had some difficulties, but to react, and of course we create 2 big chances. In my opinion, it should be the 2 penalties for us in that 2 moments. Another good chance with Harry Wilson, and of course we consider a goal that we should avoid definitely. But until that moment, at least 2-0 should be the fair result, and the game is completely different after that. If that penalty came for us, if you score from a penalty shootout, and that is the thing. Of course, looking for us, we know what we should have done better, and we work on it during the week. If the bigger pressure or not, because we come from a defeat, I think the pressure is the same if you get a good result. After the win against Brentford, and this was the second in a row, we put pressure on ourselves to win the game at Villa Park, and it's going to be the same. We are not happy, of course. We want to react from the last game, but if the case was that we won that game, the pressure we put always on ourselves to win.
Thank you.
Can I just ask a follow-up, just on the VAR? Have the PGMOL been in touch with you? Do you feel like they're listening to make VAR better?
No, I didn't have contact with no one. No one contacted us.
So you don't feel like, because it doesn't seem to be getting any better. There's not a a conversation between them and the clubs in terms and the manager in terms of making the system better?
Until now, no, it's not. I think the conversations to make the system better is not to happen right now throughout the season. I think to improve things and to make the things better, I think we had. Looking for this season, we had enough time last season to talk about the off season, to talk about the meetings that we have to talk about it. I think it is not right now. Of course, for us as a club, it's being very, very, very tough. I think it's not being something natural. I think it's something we have been really unlucky and unfortunate. We are talking about 4 or 5 games that almost all decisions, that they come against ourselves. But again, we have to look for us to work what we can control and to improve things that we haven't done so well last game. The other things, we hope that the people are working to improve as we work to improve our team.